Blessings to the families, the king, the queens, and the gods. Apparently, Alpo, alleged killer, has been caught. And I do say alleged killer because this whole thing is a wild, wild goose chase at this point. We're hearing he say, she say. But let's fast forward the news and y'all hit the like button, comment sections, and we get this started the right way. Notification bell to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that, and we started off the right way by clicking that like button. Salute kings and queens and the gods. So Alpo Martinez killer allegedly has been told by us that he's been caught, signed, sealed, and delivered according to what street justice is saying out here. Now, they're saying it was apparently over a female, a lady companion that was in the situations, you feel me, with Alpo and another former associate that's not from DC, not from Harlem, not from that area at all, and neither an employee of Alpo. Now, what they're saying about this situation is, the street legend was killed for a woman. It was reported that Alpo had been shot in Harlem. Exclusively what we know now is that the police believe they have captured his killer. I find it funny that the police is the ones who's saying it, even though allegedly we feel they're the culprits in a lot of this. But let's say allegedly, just not to disparage anything or situation. Now, we have some idea of the motive behind the murder of the legendary drug dealer in Harlem. According to a lot of news sources and reports out here, it was not Rich Porter Men's, like I told you, or none of that. You feel me? Now, what happened was Poe returned to the game selling drugs, according to them. The bag he threw out the window when he was shot were testers. He regularly took $100,000 in payments to Harlem and Brooklyn and was a plug. This is allegedly, according to an inside source. Alpo lived in the same life he lived in the 1980s and 90s, and he had a lot of people in Harlem living in fear. Here's more. Anyone who called him a rat, he basically, pressed them back down. He would force them to take pictures with him and even give in to some rappers. Pause, bro. So how did he manage to move and shake Harlem after bringing so much? Here's what we also heard. Many of other street figures in that era felt that Poe, bigger than life, you feel me, was going to get his way regardless. They never brought them up. They vouched for him. Alpo told allegedly the federals he would not give information about anyone from Harlem. You know what I mean? Poe was doing all this at 55. He was in great shape and did not drink, smoke, nor take any drugs that anybody was aware of. You know what I mean? So who killed Alpo was the big question. Now, according to, NYPD, police have detained a Bronx man, that is, and plan to charge him with Alpo's death. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on all this, but let me continue reading the news. They're going to charge the dude in Alpo's death. Police have collected video footage from cameras near the scene, and they say the images link to the murder. You feel me? The images is their suspect who they have in custody, and the motive of the alleged killer. They've learned in the streets that Alpo was sleeping with the girlfriend of a 20-year-old man, and when a young man confronted Alpo for infidelity, Alpo slapped the man. This on some South Central movie type is, what I look like gonna go ask a man, is you sleeping with my girl? Look, if you sleep with my girl, she's your girl now. She's not mine anymore. I'm not asking no man no question about, educational purpose sleeping with my girl, because it's not my girl. Now, the exclusive report is that, you visited the area and the guy knew where Alpo's, whereabouts would be, where he chills at, and people was cool with this apparently. Let's not forget that part that I really want to say. People was cool with Alpo coming down the block, doing his thing, being in the midst of everywhere. Nobody had problems with Alpo doing any of this. I don't know, man. This news is getting kind of weirder and weirder at the moment. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm looking at Alpo, who's over here. Even Mano was praising the killers of Alpo, and I felt like, look, first of all, rest in peace, to Damincio. I don't know that guy at all. I know he was a alleged, drug member, friends of a lot of these folks over here. He was allegedly killed by Alpo prior to Alpo, you feel me, being incarcerated for the 1991 case. And now, all these years later, Mano saying what he's saying is kind of weird. I'm gonna be real and honest. You praising all this is cool. I'm not mad at him for that, but why didn't you do it? If you felt all these hostilities towards Alpo, why not you go take up the badge of honor to go do what you had to do? I'm just being honest with all of y'all. You feel me? I'm being honest with all of y'all. For a lot of these people to say and do what they do, I don't know. And I know Damasceno was allegedly Mano's family member. You feel me? So I don't want to be mean or say anything. I understand you got to love your family. But if you got this energy after the big bad wolf dies, and allegedly if the cops is saying there's not even anybody that Alpo did anything wrong to, it was a dude over at Tatiana, which I don't believe. We'll share and talk about that a little bit later as well. Now, Alpo, being the big bad man that he got the whole areas shook of, I felt like if dudes is talking brazy now, why not just go make, things shake for that man for real? Because it just get very weird, man. I'm just like, I'm sitting back here and I'm like, everybody had the chance of doing everything that they had to do. Why wasn't this done? Why now I have to sit back and see everybody talking all brave? People's going out the way. It's just crazy. Not only that, if you're friends and families, you would want to know who actually killed Alpo too. You don't want to know that it was just, you don't care that he died, but you would like to know. So the fact that you see a situation where, how do I say in a clear light, you see a situation where people are pinpointing and celebrating, but it's like they're saying that Post still won because it wasn't nobody he did anything wrong to. And let's pretend if it was a dude, who was jealous and mad over him being slapped and Alpo getting his girl. Let's pretend it's even that. Why would it, not generate anger that you didn't get your lick back? Why not generate anger that this man who did what he did, he still even died in the way that he wanted to live? So I don't know, man. You guys tell me if I'm thinking over this far a bit too much. Is Poe, being served his karma? What was it, man? All I'm reporting is what they're telling us. They arrested the culprit. They got the personnel. Everything should be changed, done, and everything should be good. The whoop, the wham, bam, whatever you call it. Look, man, y'all tell me in the comment sections what you think of all this. And remember, we can't see your dislike button. So do our best. If you have anything you want to critique or support, make sure you comment in the comment section, because YouTube is not playing with dislikes no more. As you guys can see, it's not us, it's YouTube. Look, love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, gang.